Welcome to Media Monday, Raven Nation. I'm Tyler Aragao alongside head sprint football coach Rashad Watson. Coach, your team coming off a tough game against the Navy. Obviously going into this match, you know it's always going to be a tough time going up against the Naval Academy. But from your perspective, 24 points off of turnovers, 16 penalties for 165 yards, a lot of self-inflicting wounds there. As a coach, how do you try and bounce back from a performance like that?
Yeah, just hard work. We're young, made a lot of mistakes, as you mentioned. Just turnovers and penalties really just kind of put us in a hole. Really just trying to nail in just discipline, you know, how to control yourself during the game, how not to make so many mental mistakes. And I think that just comes with practice and experience.
And you certainly have a young team, a much bigger team than last year. Talk about how important it is to sort of instill those messages of discipline and hard work in a young team early on in the season.
Yeah, I think as a freshman, which we have so many on the team, I mean, you come in and they're trying to get acclimated to school, let alone football, new environment. It's just so many things running through their heads. And most people will say that, you know, during a game they'll lock in and focus, but they don't. They're thinking about school and all those other things also still. So I think it's just a practice mentality that you got to continuously implement in their heads that, hey, you know, just got to lock in and focus on one play at a time, one quarter at a time, one game at a time. And hopefully we can start that this week. You know, we would like to have started it this past week. So.
And we'll shift sort of into this weekend, coming up with Post coming into town. Historically, it's been a pretty favorable matchup for you guys in the past. Last year, you know, took that game 28-0. You know, each week in football sort of allows for a clean slate.
Yeah.
What are you looking to instill in your team here in week 2?
Just mental toughness. I think we were in the game and this past Navy game and everything was going perfect in the first quarter. And as soon as one bad thing happened, it kind of just became like a volcano going down a hill. It was just bad, you know. So what I want to instill in those guys this week is just mental toughness. Something bad may happen, but how are we going to bounce back from it? You know, how are we going to just maintain just a mental breakdown of things during the game?
And with it being family weekend, homecoming weekend, and all that coming up, obviously it's going to be a pretty exciting environment down there at Sodexo. Are you planning to have your players sort of feed off that environment, use that to their advantage?
Yeah, no doubt. I told them, I just actually finished talking to one of the players, and I said, hey, look, it's going to be much better after the game this week when you got your parents there cooking for you and, you know, maybe barbecuing for you, whatever that may be. But I think, you know, if we go in this week and work really hard, after the game will be much better. The feeling will be so much better, you know, with having so much family here. And like I said, with the freshmen here, they're missing their families. So this will be something that's really big for them.
Sort of an extra motivator there, and of course, you know, getting mom's cooking after the game.
That's right.
Never a bad thing. Coach, before we let you go here on Media Monday, you were one of our first interviewers last year, this year, same format. Give us a fun fact about yourself that people would not know about Rashad Watson.
Oh man, I don't know what people wouldn't know, but what I will say is that I still have the same friends from when I was a little kid, even to now.
Still growing up with you.
I'm a loyal guy. When I make friends with you, I'm friends with you. So hey,
loyalty's a good trait.
No doubt.
He's Rashad Watson. I'm Tyler Aragao. Thanks for tuning in, Raven Nation.
Thank you.